Of all the disturbing things the twins experienced, perhaps the most viscerally unsettling was their reaction to cars. Both girls developed an intense, overwhelming fear of moving vehicles. Not the ordinary nervousness a young child might feel near traffic, something far deeper, something that came with screaming and panic and a kind of raw, primal recognition. On one occasion, while Jillian was standing in front of a school, she suddenly screamed hysterically upon seeing a car approaching at speed from across the street. She grabbed Jennifer and cried, "Watch out for that car. It is heading toward us. We are going to be killed." Witnesses described the twins during these episodes as genuinely terrified, not performing, not seeking attention, shaking, screaming, clutching each other. The type of car that most consistently triggered these episodes was the same type that had killed Joanna and Jacqueline. Think carefully about what that means. These girls did not simply fear cars in general. They reacted with particular terror to a specific type of car, the very same kind that, in a life they should have had no knowledge of, had mounted a pavement and killed them. This case did not remain within the walls of the Pollock family home. It caught the attention of one of the most respected researchers in the academic study of human consciousness, a psychiatrist from the University of Virginia named Dr. Ian Stevenson. Dr. Stevenson did not approach the Pollock twin story as a sensational headline. He approached it as a case file. He compared the statements made by Jillian and Jennifer with verified facts about Joanna and Jacqueline, reviewed family testimony, examined the birthmarks in person, and placed the case within a wider body of similar documented reports from around the world. Stevenson first learned of the case through newspaper coverage in 1963. That same year, when the twins were 4 years old, he visited the family at their home, interviewed both parents at length, and personally examined the girls. He returned in 1967 and continued corresponding with the family until his next visit in 1978, by which time the twins were 20 years old. He studied this single case for 15 years. What made the Pollock case particularly significant to Western researchers was not just its content, but its context. It emerged in England, within a Christian family, in a cultural setting where reincarnation was not a commonly accepted framework for understanding a child's behavior. That cultural distance made it harder to dismiss as the product of religious expectation or cultural conditioning. Stevenson never declared the case to be proof of reincarnation. He was a scientist. He documented, compared, and carefully noted what could and could not be explained through conventional means. What he could not explain included the birthmarks, the specific memories, the toy recognition, and the geographical knowledge. None of it had a clean scientific answer. It still does not. Here is where the story takes its final, strange turn. When the twins were around 5 years old, the memories began to fade. The toy recognition stopped. The geographical knowledge diminished. The screaming episodes near cars grew less frequent. The conversations about the accident, about blood and impact and death, quietly came to an end, as though a door that had been left open was slowly, gently closing. By later childhood and into adulthood, the intensity of it all had faded. Ordinary life took over. Jillian and Jennifer grew up. They became adults. They moved through the world like ordinary women, carrying within them somewhere the faint residue of something that science has never been able to name. Researchers who study cases like this one across the world have noted the same pattern again and again. Children who appear to carry memories of past lives almost always stop remembering at around the same age, between 4 and 7 years old, as language fully develops, as the conscious mind sharpens and settles, as the world of the present grows louder than whatever came before, as if the space between lives is thinnest when we are very young. And then, quietly, it closes. So what do we make of it? A man loses 2 daughters to a deliberate act of violence. He becomes convinced beyond all reason that they will return. His wife believes he is broken by grief. His doctor tells him he is wrong. His wife gives birth to twins. Those twins are born bearing the physical marks of their dead sisters. They recognize their dead sisters' toys without ever being shown them. They navigate a town they have never lived in. They describe the moment of a fatal car accident in the present tense. They react with terror to the exact type of car that caused the crash. They speak of memories involving milk deliveries and school lunches, things that were never true of them, but were true of the girls who came before. And then, at the age of 5, they forget everything, as if the memory was borrowed, and the time had come to give it back. Science has no confirmed explanation for the birthmarks alone, let alone everything else. The case is real. It is documented. It was studied by a credentialed academic researcher for 15 years. It is not folklore. It is not legend. It happened, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, whether you think the soul continues after death or simply ends. The story of the Pollock twins leaves you sitting with a question that has no comfortable answer. What if some part of us continues? What if the people we lose are never entirely gone? If this story stayed with you, subscribe. Every case on this channel is real, documented, and non-fictional. There are more stories like this one waiting for you, and some that are far darker. I will see you in the next one.